Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually do seem to have some pretty good news when it comes to the PlayStation 5. Now, we've actually had a really big stint of drama these past few months, especially in regards to some of these basically games that people are trying to go make and sell, being absolutely awful shovelware, just bloatware, and just awful games. But the one big caveat on why people would buy these games that are pretty much games that you could beat in under 2 minutes, 1 minute, or even just sometimes by launching the game, is because they were giving trophies. And people were able to go and buy these games, utilize these games, and basically spam these games on out, both from the sellers and buyers, to essentially influx their trophy system for their console and make it seem like they are, well, MVP gamers and have beaten thousands of games. But obviously, as you guys can probably tell by that one, if you could beat the game within under, like, let's say 10 minutes on a very broad sense, there really isn't too much of a good merit or something you should be able to go brag about and talk about when it comes to a game like that. But with this issue and controversy coming on up, it seems like Sony actually now has fixed it. So we're going to talk about that, talk about the details, and as well, kind of give another little big thumbs up to Sony and PlayStation as of today. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for the PS5 giveaway on the channel, restocking news, gaming news, and all of that. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, the Weeble and Coinbase down below, and Target links where a lot of folks have been getting their consoles, same with the Amazon links too as well. So we did go and cover up a little bit of the story not too long ago, where basically there's this even game that was really called Press X for trophies, where like the game is quite literally called Press X on your PS4, PS5 controller for the trophies. It was that easy. It was like, these games are literally making a mockery of the game system. We talked about this a few days ago, and this is why a lot of folks are kind of upset with it, because there's games like you basically just launch the game and you're essentially getting free trophies, and a lot of folks were kind of saying very rough things. They didn't like the idea and concept that basically you just launched it, you press 3 buttons, and it just kind of took away the merit of the trophy system. But as well, we also had these people that were making games non-stop, as in they're literally making a brand new game like once a week just to keep on shoveling this stuff out there. And it obviously was probably getting a lot of good money because people kept on doing it. And this is kind of what the Sony stuff is actually addressed, and I hopefully, fingers crossed, have fixed. When it came to this, there was essentially just a huge influx of the PlayStation Store for new games and everything else, that these brand new awful bloatware games were showing up instantly. It's kind of like you're trying to go and find a new category and find a new game release, and then you're just seeing 18 different games that are like Taco Tuesday, Taco Wednesday, Taco Thursday, Taco Friday, or Price X for trophies, and literally it's like $1, $2, and it just literally was flooding up the entire PlayStation Store. So number one, it was really bad to find any good, proper, legitimate new game made by proper developers or a proper team behind it. And then also, number two, they also were just making multiples non-stop, where these are just getting churned out non-stop over and over and over again. So it was flooding up the store, people couldn't find real games, and as well as also kind of somewhat even memeing the idea of all these trophies and trophy systems. And I hate this. Like, I don't like this for these games. But thankfully now it does seem like Sony has now adjusted some of the stores to basically make this PS Store sorting make it a little bit more sense, be a little bit better, pushing the better games too as well, and like I said, ideally not having as many issues with people selling these games. It's almost like a catch-22, because from what I've seen, it does like they're still allowing the sale of these games. So you can see, like, even on the example, the Pig Quiz or Taco Fun. Like, you would launch this game in 2 seconds and the whole entire game is like just done. So it's just stupid. Like, there's like literally no point for it. So let's go and talk to this a little bit more. So as many of you are aware of, with no doubt, because we've even covered it, other articles have covered it, the PS Store has become overran with copy and pasted games, and the majority of which basically do 60-second platinum trophies. Like, I'm not existing. Like, you could literally get some of these trophies in under 5 minutes. Browsing the new release section of the PS Store has consequently become a nightmare, as you're inundated with multiple permutations of the same exact game. And you guys can even kind of see from some of these photos too as well, like you literally see the Pig Quiz. You have like random racing game, jumping noodles, pickle run. I need to move my webcam so you guys can go and see Pickle Run, because why is this even a thing? Like, what on earth is going on here? Like, what is Pickle Run above me? What on earth? You're seeing like Sushi Run, Taco Run, or Fun, either or. Like, we're just seeing all these same exact games. Here, you can even see a good example. The Jumping Noodles the Jumping Noodles Turbo. You know, like you're seeing these same exact game bundles, and they're just all mediocre games. Now, these are like legitimate real games that have came out, like Stray, RimWorld, Multiverse, like Digimon, Cult of the Lamb. All these other various games are like genuinely popular, good games. So they're trying their best now to go and push out proper, legitimate games with devs, which is a good thumbs up. Basically, if you browse the new release section, has basically just became a nightmare. So it became a real problem, bearing more legitimate games, and while they don't necessarily agree with heavy-handed curation, who is deciding whether a game should exist or not, they had a chance to go and point out, myself included, that Sony does have a real problem because it is taking away sales from a legitimate game. Most folks would probably rather buy Stray, or Two Point Campus, or Cult of the Lamb, rather than buying the Pig Quiz. I'm sure you guys could probably go and agree too as well. So as of right now, they did have a good fix. So you guys, this was what the problem was. And it does seem like they did go and have a chance to adjust the algorithm and adjust up the sales, maybe by reviews, maybe by length of the game being played, maybe on just price points, maybe by notoriety, or whatever it may be. Because I can tell you guys, Stray, Two Point Campus, and Cult of the Lamb are probably all pretty high up there in terms of new games too as well. So, this is how it should be. Like, we're looking through this on the latest new games, and they're actually highlighting good, legitimate games out there that people would want to play, that people would want to go and utilize. And I'm sure if you launch up your PS5 for the first time, or maybe you're a kid and you're launching your console for whatever, you're going to see these games. And they might be worth buying. Like, you might be like, okay, I have a $10, $25 gift card. Okay, maybe I'll go buy, like, Sushi Run. Maybe it's a cool game. And then they go play the game, and it's just bloatware, and it's just annoying and not a fun game, versus if they actually had like a legitimate game that had been vetted by everyone else, and you'd probably recognize, at least hopefully you guys watching can recognize some of these games, at least you'd have a chance to have a legitimate good game. So this has been a kind of a weird crossover. I do like the fact that Sony themselves is fixing this, that they're pushing these newer, better games that don't have as many big issues. I like this. I think this is deserved, and I think that legitimate games that are not filled with scams should be what is pushed. Because you don't want people wasting money, you don't want people scheming the trophy system, because then that's going to go away too, and it loses all of its merit. And I will say, I'm not the biggest person when it comes to trophies, but the fact that this game and game system has just been so easily, like, I guess, schemed up, for lack of better terms, is not a cool thing to go and see. And people obviously have been upset with this. I even made my videos on it myself. You've seen articles on it, like even right now. And it just kind of goes to show that this is just a big issue that they did, thankfully, go and address. But it kind of still leads into the part two, is the fact that these games are still able to be made and still able to be sold. So it doesn't fully fix the system. It does fix like the algorithm on what's being pushed and the algorithm on like what people are buying, but it doesn't kind of fix the inherent issue of the trophy system kind of losing its merit, and the fact that people are just churning out games once a week that are just legitimately bad and just not proper games. At least in my opinion, I think they're all just kind of mediocre and not a good vibe, but that's just me. So we're going through this and we're seeing this stuff, and it just kind of makes me sad because I want there to be like some merit. You look at Xbox and they still have the same issues. There's quite a few different games on Xbox throughout the years that do give out a lot more, achievements and all that, but it just kind of stinks because this really, I don't want to say it was avoidable per se, but just a little bit more better quality control or more of a better screening process would be really nice. I do really think that they literally have a game called Press X for Trophies. Like, literally, that is the title of the game. Like, something like this should just not exist. Like, I really do think it's kind of a stupid concept. Because what's the point? Like, it's like, this is literally like me making a game saying, like, press the like button and subscribe down below for more subs. It's like, yeah, no, duh. Like, but who, at the end of the day, who really wants to do that? Well, hopefully one of you guys out there. But in terms of games, it's weird. And, like, why are, like, people are wasting money on this, and people are spending money. And obviously, I guess it is a better workaround than just still having the pig quiz showing on up. But, like, I do kind of wish there was at least somewhat more quality control. Although they did go fix up the algorithm, which is nice. So they could have more proper, legitimate games. Like you can kind of see on this list, these are proper games. But it still kind of does take away the merit of the trophy system. So, it's weird. Like, it's very strange, too, because I guess in my mind, Sony is still making money off these sales. And if people are still spending a decent amount of money on these really mediocre games, I guess at the end of the day, what can you really do? Like, we can't really stop people, and they're going to do it either way, and people are going to make games either way. And they did fix up the algorithm, which is nice. I will give them a thumbs up. But man, they have a little bit more they have to fix. But at the end of the day, I think it's still good. I think it's still good they fixed it and try to make it a little bit better. So I guess I'll give them a thumbs up for this video. So give me your thoughts and comments down below, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below, Target links down below, and the Twitter and Twitch room as well down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching.